Good afternoon, one and all. I have picked a topic from administrative law, that is judicial review on administrative discretion. So here we go. There has been a transformation, there has been a shift from the concept of laissez-faire, from the concept of police state to the concept of welfare state. So this has been one of the main reasons for the growth and development of administrative law as a separate branch of public law. Now, what is welfare state? Welfare state is a form of government which ensures the social and economic welfare of the citizens based upon various principles of equity, equality, equal distribution of wealth, etc. So in this process of ensuring the welfare of the citizens, there has been multiplicity of the government authorities, government institutions, governmental activities which resulted in the discretionary power being conferred on administrative authorities. That is to ensure smooth functioning of the state and smooth state of affairs. Isn't it? Now let's look into what is administrative discretion. Administrative discretion is the power to make a choice or to choose among various alternative choices of action or inaction. So the word discretion itself implies vigilance, care and caution. Now we know that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So judicial review is a powerful weapon in the hands of judges, in the hands of judiciary, to avoid corruption, to tackle corruption, to combat corruption, because power may be misused or power may be abused. Now what is judicial review? Judicial review is the power of the courts to review the activities of the authorities, administrative authorities and also legislature, and if required to declare the activities of the legislature and executives as unconstitutional. Now, judicial review or judicial control can be exercised at two stages. First, at the initial stage of delegating the discretionary power. The second stage is the stage of exercise of such delegated discretionary power. discretionary power. And so let's now look into certain judicial decisions dealing with the judicial review on administrative discretion. An Indian case law, Air India versus Cochin International Airport Authorities Limited. Here the Supreme Court observed that it is the decision-making process that is amenable to judicial review and not the decision as such. Here what happened in this case, the Cochin Airport authorities called for tenders to handle ground activities, and Combata Aviation gave the best offer and they were recommended by the committee to be allotted this activity. But the managing directors of the airport authority wanted to have a negotiation with Air India for the reason that Air India is a public sector undertaking, and in furtherance to the negotiation, the ground handling activities was given to Air India and this decision was challenged. So the Supreme Court observed in this case that the court did not want to interfere in the decision of the airport authorities, saying that the discretion of the authorities is for the welfare of the organization, and also as long as it is not harming, it is not against the public policy or public interest, the court didn't want to interfere. And let's look into an English case, Padfield versus Ministry of Agricultural and Fisheries and Food. Here the rate for the milk, the price of the milk was fixed by the Milk Marketing Board, and the milk producers were aggrieved by the price fixed for their milk, and they wanted to complain before the minister who was in that portfolio. and the minister was conferred the discretionary power to forward such complaints to a standing committee on complaints. But here the minister refused to forward the complaint to the standing committee on complaints because he was agreed of inviting political issues if he referred, and if the committee, and if he is not able to put into action the recommendations of the committee, then he is going to get some political issues. For that reason, he didn't want to refer the complaint to the standing committee, and this was challenged, and the court held that such refusal of minister to be bad. That is, he was given the power to discretionary power to decide, but he did not exercise his discretion. So his decision to not to forward the complaint to the standing committee was observed to be bad. And in a case in United States, Lord Halsbury observed that when the legislature confides the power to a particular body with a discretion, it is beyond the powers of the court to contest that discretion. So that is in the United States. So India, as I already told you, Indian courts review the decision making process and not the decision as such. So there are 3 grounds for judicial review of administrative discretion. So we'll just wind up with the 3 grounds, major grounds. That is, the first one being failure to exercise jurisdiction. Second one, excess or abuse of discretion. Third one, violation of fundamental rights. On these 3 grounds, discretion exercised, which falls under these 3 categories, are subject to judicial review. They invite judicial review. With this, I would like to stop. Thank you so much for listening.